Good afternoon, my name is Jose Ceballos. I take a survey with the students. This interview is I made knowing about your experience related to jet lag. I invite you to answer the following questions. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Anonymous.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you feel that you are sleep deprived as a student? Yes or no?
Yes.
How many hours of sleep do you feel need at night to function very well the next day?
I think 8 hours.
Okay, thank you. During the test week, eh, what would you say about your average hours do you sleep?
4 or 5 hours.
Okay. On a day when you did not get sufficient sleep at the night before, do you find it harder to stay awake or focused during your class?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay,
Yes.
yes. Do you feel that you have less energy, motivate through the day when you have less sleep than the night before?
Yes.
How often would you say stress interfere with your ability to sleep or sleep about through the night? A. Very often, at least 5 days a week. B. Often 3 to 4 days a week. C. Somewhat often 2 to 3 days a week. And D. Not often 1 day a week.
Often 3-4 days a week.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
State what causes of your stress are from. A. School. B. Relationship problems. C. Family problems. Or worry about the future.
School.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other factor diminish the quality of quantity you sleep? A. Not tired enough. I am a night owl. Or B. Of late studying or doing homework. C. Out with friends socializing. Or involved in extracurricular activities. For example, team sport, schools, job, family.
Do homeworks and all with friends.
Do you experience negative mood or behavior change when you have a consequent days of insufficient sleep?
Yes.
Good morning. What is your name?
My name is Luis Gustavo.
Thanks for accepting to interview, Gustavo. This interview is aimed at knowing your experience related to jet lag. I kindly invite you to answer the following questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
Do you feel that you are sleep deprived as a student? Yes or no?
Yes.
How many hours of sleep do you feel you need at night to function well the next day?
I need 8 to 9 hours that day.
Okay, thank you. During the test week, what did you say about your average hours of sleep per night?
And between 3 to 4 hours a day.
Okay. On a day where you did not get sufficient sleep the night before, do you find it harder to stay awake during your classes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you feel that you have less energy through the day when you have less sleep than needed the night before? Yes or no?
Yes.
How often do you say stress interferes with your ability to fall asleep through the night? A. Very often, at least 5 days a week. B. Often 3 to 4 days a week. C. Somewhat often 2 to 3 days a week. And D. Not often 1 to 2 days a week. What do you choose?
Often 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay. State what the causes of your stress are from. A. School. B. Relationship problems. C. Family problems. D. Worry about the future. Or E. Others problems.
Family problem and relationship problem.
Okay. 8. Question number 8. What other factor diminish the quality or quantity of your sleep? Listen the next list. A. No tired night. I am a night owl. B. Up late studying or doing homework. C. Out with friendships or socializing. D. Involved in extracurricular activities, for example, school clubs, fraternity, charity, team sport, or gym. E. Lack of time management skills. F. I don't feel that my sleep quality or quantity is diminished. What do you choose?
Not tired at night. I am at night all.
Okay. 9. Question number 9. Do you experience negative mood or change behavior when you have had consecutive days of insufficient sleep?
Yes.
Yes. Do you feel that your academic performance is hindered due to insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
This interview is aimed at knowing your experience related to jet lag. I invite you to answer the following question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
What is your name?
Patia,
Okay,
nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too. Then the first question is, do you feel that you are sleep deprived as a student?
Yes,
How many hours of sleep do you feel need at night to function very well the next day?
between 7 and 8 o'clock.
8 hours. During the test week, what would say your average hour your sleep are per night?
For 4 hours.
Thank you. One day where you did not get sufficient sleep at night before, do you find it harder to stay awake during your classes? Yes or no?
Yes,
Do you feel that you have less energy through the day when you have less sleep than needed the night before? Yes or no?
yes,
How often would you say stress interferes with your ability to fall asleep through the night? A. Very often, at least 5 days a week. Often, 3 to 4 days a week. C. Somewhat often, 2 to 3 days a week. Or not often, 1 to 2 days a week.
often 3 or 4.
Okay. State what the causes of the your stress are from school, relationships, problem families, or worry about the future, or another cause.
Um,
School?
School.
Okay. What other factor diminish the quality of your quantity or your sleep? A. Not tired at night. I'm going on a wall. Up late studying or doing homework. Out with friends or socializing. Involved in extracurricular activities, for example, school clubs, sport teams, fraternity, sorority, lack of time management skills, or I don't feel that my sleep quality or quantity is diminished.
Two options of thing.
Up late studying,
Yes,
studying and answer and doing homeworks.
Yes.
Okay.
homework.
Do you experience negative mood or behavior change when you have had consecutive days of insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Do you feel that your academic performance is inherited due to insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning. Here we are with Ana Patricia. She's accepting to be interviewed. This interview is aimed at knowing your experience related to jet lag. Are you ready, Patricia?
Yes.
Okay. The first question is, do you feel that you are sleep deprived as a student?
Yes.
How many hours of sleep do you feel you need in right to function well the next day?
7 hours.
Okay. During the test week, what would you say average hours of sleep are per night?
5 hours.
Okay. One a day where you did not get sufficient sleep the night before, do you feel it harder to stay awake during your class?
Yes.
Do you feel that you have less energy through the day when you have less sleep than needed the night before?
Yes.
How many, pardon, excuse me, how often would you say stress in, interferes with your ability to fall asleep through the night? A. Very often, at least 5 days a week. B. Often 3 to 4 days a week. C. Someone often 2 to 3 days a week, and not often 1 to 2 days a week.
Not often.
Not often. Okay. State what the causes are your stress are from. A. School. B. Relationship problems. C. Family problems. D. Worry about the future, or others.
In the school.
Okay, school. Question number 8. What other factor diminish the quality or quantity your sleep? Listen the list. Not tired at night. I am not. I am night old. B. Update studying or doing homework. C. Out with friends in relationships. D. Involved in extracurricular activities, example, school clubs, sport teams, or fraternity charity. E. Lack of time management skills. Or D. I don't feel that my sleep quality or quantity is diminished. What do you choose?
B. Have less studying doing homework.
Okay. Next question. Do you experience negative mood or behavior changes when you have had consecutive days of insufficient sleep? Yes, or no?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Do you feel that your academic performance is heightened due to insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What is your name?
Good afternoon, my name is Adriana.
Thank you to accepting to be interviewed. This interview is aimed at knowing your experience about to jet lag. I kindly invite you to answer the following question. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
First question. Do you feel that you are sleep deprived as a student? Yes or no?
No.
How many hours of sleep do you feel need in a night to function well the next day?
8 hours.
Thank you. During the test week, what would you say your average hour of sleep per night?
5 or 6 hours.
Okay. One a day where you did not get sufficient sleep at the night before, do you find it harder to stay awake during your classes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you feel that you have less energy through the day when you have less sleep than needed the night before?
Yes.
Thank you. How often would you say stress interferes with your ability to fall asleep through the night? A. Very often, at least 5 days a week. Often 3 to 4 days a week. C. Somewhat often 2 to 3, 4 days a week, or not often 1 to 2 days a week.
Often.
Often. Thank you. State what the causes of your stress are from. A. School. B. Relationship problems. C. Family problems. D. Worry about the future. or other causes?
Worry about the future.
Gracias. What other factor diminish the quality or quantity of your sleep? Listen the list, please. A. Not tired night, I am a night owl. Up late studying, doing homework. C. Out with friends socializing. D. Involvement in extracurricular activities, for example, school clubs, fraternity, sorority, team sports, gym, or another. E. Lack of time management skill. Or F. I don't feel that my sleep quality or quantity is diminished.
Out with friends, socializing.
Okay. Uh, do you experience negative mood or behavior change when you have had consecutive days of insufficient sleep?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you feel that your academic performance is hindered due to insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome anytime.
Good afternoon. Here we are with Abigail. She's accepting to be interviewed. This interview is aimed at knowing your experience related to jet lag. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First question. I invite you to respond the following questions. First question. Do you feel that you are sleep deprived at school?
Yes.
How many hours of sleep do you need in a night to function well the next day?
8 hours.
During the test week, what would you say your average hours of sleep are per night?
7 hours.
On a day when you did not sufficient sleep the night before, do you find harder to awake during your classes?
Yes.
Do you that you have less energy throughout the day when you have less sleep than need you the night before?
Yes.
How often would you say stress interferes with your ability to fall asleep through the night?
Not often. Not often.
Not often, okay. State what the causes of your stress are from. A. School. B. Relationship problems. C. Family problems. Or worry about the future.
School.
Okay. What other factors diminishing the quality or quantity of your sleep? Listen the list. A. Not tired at night. I am a night owl. B. Up late studying or doing homework. C. Out with friends. D. Involved in extracurricular activities, for example, school clubs, job, fraternity, or team sports. E. Lack of time management skills. F. I don't feel that my sleep quality or quantity is diminished. What do you choose?
Up late doing homework.
Okay. Do you experience negative mood or change behavior when you have had consecutive days of sufficient sleep?
Yes.
Do you feel that your academic performance is hindered due to insufficient sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.